Men and women of the Senate. It seems to me that this issue has plagued this state since 2001, well beyond my time, and has become an obsession to expand Medicaid. Because of our obligation to fund Medicaid from the last expansion, 25% of our general budget now goes each into the main care related services. Imagine that for every dollar that you earn every week, you had to walk over to your neighbor's house and give them 25% of that income. That's exactly what we are doing in this state. Most all of our state agencies, ranging from conservation to public safety, have had to cut their budgets and neglect important services in order to pay their neighbors. One example that is especially important to me is long-term care facilities, nursing homes, which have suffered greatly. We have been underfunding them for $30 million annually for some time. We haven't been able to increase main care reimbursements for those qualifying, and private pay residents just cannot make up that difference. As you know, this caused the closing of our only nursing facility in Calais, First Atlantic Rehabilitation. They had to relocate their beds to Hancock County, where there was a better private pay rate ratio. This was a devastating event for the residents and their families. Put yourself in their situation. If your mom or dad had to be relocated 1 or 2 hours away from their home, how would you feel? Our only nursing home facility in Lubec is getting ready to close its doors, looking for a market for their bed rights. And again, this is because of the low reimbursement rates and a high percentage of main care residents. A third facility in the Machias area is very worried about some of the same issues that caused the Calais nursing home to close. My point, our long-term care facilities all over the states are in jeopardy because of the wrong priorities we have established here in this state. Then there are the issues of the 3,000 to 4,000 of our most needy citizens who are on a waiting list for main care waivers. These folks with developmental disabilities, through no fault of their own, cannot get the services they dramatically and drastically need under Section 21 and 29 waivers. Whether it's the supports to allow them to stay in their own home or to provide them with community services and support systems that they need, they are all in dire need of these basic necessities for them to live a life with some quality and dignity. These folks cannot fend for themselves, unlike most who are presently on or will be included in this expansion. I know about these situations firsthand. I have a 30-year-old son that cannot live or function on his own because of disabilities that he was born with. He is one of the fortunate ones to now have many of the services that he needs to improve his quality of life. I know what he has gone through, and I know what we have gone through while waiting for those supports because of our priorities in this state. I can't impress upon you enough how important it is to support this group of people before we move on to another 100,000. Please don't keep them locked out and put thousands of able-bodied people in front of them. It's just not fair. Many in this chamber understand the nuances and minutiae of this and fine details of this expansion obsession much better than I do. But this is all about priorities to me. We must get these priorities straight, or this train that we're on is going to go off the track. First and foremost, we must take care of the most needy in this state and our senior citizens. They deserve to be in the front of the line, and expanding main care at this time will prevent that from happening. There are many reasons you are hearing today about to make this expansion unnecessary, and in my opinion, foolhardy. Two of the reasons are before me right now. One is the Affordable Care Act, which is the law of the land, and it makes expansion unnecessary, in my opinion. And the other is that the most potential recipients are able to take care of themselves. I used the term obsession before because I think that it's become an obsession by many in this legislature to expand this main care process. I believe that if we had worked as hard in this state, in this legislature, to create jobs and improve our economic status, we would not be having this conversation. Just this morning, we were able to make a press release to the state of Maine about a $100 million private business expansion in Washington County for private business enterprise. To me, that's the way to improve everybody's plight and situation in this state. It is not through expanding main care. Please vote against this measure. Thank you.